There's always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down, Posey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Edwards. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to...
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more of what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership. And leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now he'll throw here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's Edwards throwing on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Edwards. Flushed out right. He's got his man Randall. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Randall. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Second down and 8. From the gun, Edwards. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. These two teams all tied after 1. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
Nope, trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And the return will stop right around the 25. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a dump off here complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Fletcher. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Burrow. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Darnell Mooney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Saints 7. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Going up top. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, Burrow. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And running with power here. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
McPherson on for the point after.
It's good, and it's 21-10. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
There's Mooney with another catch. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Bengals.
Burrow on play action.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he's got room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and inside. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and 10.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They go play action here on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Operating from the gun, Edwards. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 28, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On second down, here's Mixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
He's marked down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. And
now Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
gained at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Edwards flushed out right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints 10.
Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
On the give is Nwangu.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad run.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff looking right. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
12.
Let's bring it.
Mike, bye.
Burrow will throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Fletcher.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Tighties on the wrinkle. 3 down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He won't go down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Flush to his right.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep...
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because